I don't do anything too much of the Kingdom Hearts variety on this channel, and to be very honest with you, there's not really many times I have brought up Kingdom Hearts in its own dedicated video, right? Because a lot of the time, no one really watches these, and when it comes down to it, it's a bit of a shame, but it is what it is. Granted, for people that do not know, Kingdom Hearts is my favorite series of all time. And when it comes down to it, I am down for anything of what this series is trying to do, how it wants to go about certain things, and case in point, just literally anything that they want to go ahead with this damn brown-haired, key-wielding boy. It's just a fun-ass time for me. And when it comes down to it, today, we got some information on a interview that Nomura has done, which hurt my damn soul. I'm not gonna lie. There's a part of it where I'm like happy in a way, you know, getting the flowers of this man that's been working on this series and working with Square Enix for like a long ass time. But then there's a part of it where it just hurts the hell out of my soul in case something actually happens or X, Y, and Z go through and all that type of stuff. And we'll talk about it, which is essentially the main focus, is that Nomura has like a few more years before he decides to retire. Or at least in his own, words of what the interview had said, I only have a few years left until I retire. So it's like I have to decide whether to retire first or finish the series first. However, I'm making Kingdom Hearts 4 now with the intention of it being a story that will be completed. That hurts me a lot. I'm not going to hold you. It absolutely hurts the soul. But when it comes down to it though, as we can clearly see, Nomura is definitely, cooking up the stuff that he's been cooking up, but I didn't think he was going to be retiring anytime soon. That didn't cross my mind. I was thinking, he's getting older, but I wasn't thinking the retirement was coming through like that. And it hurts the damn soul. So when it comes down to it, it's just like, really thinking about it, well, granted, for people that really cares about Tetsuya Nomura in particular, he's been around Square for like a long period of time. One of his games, he was a part of like Legendary Samurai Musashi for the PS2 with the character designs, which is why I love that damn game. And then you also got the whole Final Fantasy VII stuff, as well as like a lot of other projects that he worked on, along with Kingdom Hearts as well. There's just a lot of stuff that he definitely had his hand into, and just hearing that, oh, he's gonna retire soon, or is now really kind of pointing out when is that going to happen, while we don't know the date, time, or the hour, it's still like, damn, that was not what I was hoping for the bingo card, or at least it wasn't what I was thinking was going to happen. Like it kind of hurts a bit more. Now granted, when it comes down to it, there is very much a chance where Nomura will work on this damn story, hopefully to see it through the end, which would also mean that we're not getting any more Kingdom Hearts stuff once he retires, which would be, or at least main story stuff, which would be honestly just utterly freaking sad, which Kingdom Hearts again is my favorite game of series of all time, and not having any more stories with that would hurt. Granted, I don't want to go on forever because too many games do that and they lose the plot easily, but still nonetheless, it is a part of it where just like, damn, I don't want to see the end of Sora's story, honestly. And it kind of hurts a bit, right? But then at the same time, if Nomura were to retire and the people that he worked with kind of just do their own thing, I wouldn't want to see this series to be chucked into anybody's hand. Let's say, for example, in Kingdom Hearts 4, when this game come out, it's the last game Nomura decides to work on when it comes down to, Kingdom Hearts as a whole. Genuinely, if, you don't have the people that have been working on the series on it, that has been directing the series for like a long period of time, and they kind of just, do new things with it that we haven't seen before, I don't want anybody working on this damn series other than Nomura and the people that he had for like a long ass period of time. I wouldn't want that. At that point, it's not even going to be Kingdom Hearts anymore. It's going to be something weird. It's going to be something that I'm really not going to be looking forward to, So hopefully, well, if Kingdom Hearts has to end, then, it'll be the way that we see Nomura kind of envisioned it. The fact that he also said in this damn interview as well that he's envisioned where, you know, Kingdom Hearts 4 is taking place at since the first damn game is kind of crazy. The fact that he's like, yeah, you know how Sora is like in this whole Shibuya setting, Quadratum and all that stuff? Yeah, I planned this from the first damn game. How? How do you plan ahead like this? How? Insanity. This man is actually on some insanity type beat and it makes no kind of sense. And this is why this man is goated. Only this man will be able to make a series like this to help the, you know, guide it into the way it's going and just absolutely have it all planned out for the most part. It's wild, it's crazy, and you know what? It makes sense. If we really were to think about the story of where Kingdom Hearts is now, first of all, Sora is in this afterlife world, which kind of feels like an end, right? It kind of feels like an end, which kind of, if you really think about Nomura's retirement, kind of feel like there's a hint towards that in where Sora's at in the story right now. So there is a bit of that as well. And it also kind of low-key explain why we have Yozora kind of coming into the picture now, especially with all the symbolism we had that is looking like Final Fantasy 13 versus 13, I should say, when it comes down to it. It makes a lot of sense because if Nomura's like, alright, look, I've been screwed out on some opportunities, I'm about to retire, why not go ahead and just give Sora this type of treatment of where he is in the story? And at the very same time, why not revive an old idea I didn't get the chance to do and use, and kind of was used for a whole different thing than what I originally intended to do so, right? Why not throw back one last hurrah into, you know, Kingdom Hearts and then figure out how we can actually make this work out this time around and not waste the opportunity? That's literally what Nomura is trying to do with Yozora and the whole Versus 13 symbolism and all that type of stuff. He really wants this last hurrah of this damn game he didn't get to do and finish. He really wants his revenge, which, you know what? Perfectly fine with that. That sounds good to me. I'm ready to see it, honestly. So if this is all within the plan of what he wants to do for Kingdom Hearts in his future and all that type of jazz, I'm not necessarily gonna lie, I'm here for it. Now, to be real, what I think is probably going to happen in the future regarding the retirement and everything about it, I think what is going to happen, realistically, is Square probably going to still keep making Kingdom Hearts games. They probably won't use Sora. They probably will use somebody else if that's going to be the case, which it won't come out as a surprise because that's just how people kind of are. And when it comes down to it, they probably won't, you know, mess with what Nomura has already done, but they will try to build off of that. And realistically, they'll probably still make games for it. They'll probably still, you know, continue to use it because Kingdom Hearts may not be the top commodity of Square, but it is a big ass commodity of Square because you got what, FF, Dragon Quest, and then Kingdom Hearts. So losing that last pillar still would be like, that's a little of a no-go. We can't lose that shit. So I feel like they would do that unless they're just gonna respect Nomura's decision, which that will be dope as hell. But still, nonetheless, you know, if things come out that way, we'll have to see. But realistically, I think we'll still see Sora go into different video games and Kingdom Hearts be into different video games and stuff like that. Like, I don't think, you know, Sora going to Smash will be just a one-off type of thing. I feel like he'll go to different games and such, right? Because at the end of the day, it's still business, so that's what's going to happen. But as far as like main story and stuff go, I hope they don't mess with that, like, because that's going to be torturous, right? I'm already scared of the damn gaming industry as it is, and with the crazy decisions, with the woke-ass decisions that they try to make with this stuff, the last thing I want is Sora, of all people, in his series to get ruined by it. That's the last damn thing I will want to see, right? So, just with all that being said, there's a part of me that's extremely sad that, you know, obviously Nomura is going to be retiring in a few years, knowing this now. And that's probably what he was hinting at the damn concert, kind of just hinting at the change of the series. But still, nonetheless, it's just like, it's a bit sad. But at the same time, it's also like, you know, it's a well-deserved retirement. Because hell, even in his like interview with in Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, when he was talking about it a little bit, he was just like, yo, real talk, I'm just kind of done with this damn Final Fantasy VII project. I just want this shit to be over with. And you can sense that in that damn, you know, interview. Like, that shit is a lot of damn work just for that game. And then trying to go to Kingdom Hearts as well, try to do that, plus other who knows what responsibilities. Like, yeah, I can see that. So really, again, I just hope Kingdom Hearts gets a proper, good, and decisive and completed conclusion to its story. Hopefully Nomura will be around at that point, or at least let people in charge that wants to direct it, that he trusts, you know, kind of direct it in the way it needs to be directed. And just hopefully we'll see Kingdom Hearts just be the first real completed story that feels good to see and watch to the ultimate end, honestly. Because again, Kingdom Hearts is that magical ass game that just somehow worked, resonated with a lot of people, and deserves to have its rightful ending, to be perfectly honest, right? It's gonna be sad when we don't see Kingdom Hearts anymore as frequent, or not as in the light as it used to be. But still, whatever the hell happens from his reign of Kingdom Hearts and where the ending of the story will go, I'm perfectly fine with that, and I'm perfectly ready to see, you know, where the hell Sora might end up at the end of all this. So, you know, that's just how it is. But that's what I wanted to say. I know this video is probably not going to get any type of views or anything like that, but I wanted to talk about this because this game means a lot to me. It means a lot to me than a lot of games, honestly. Like, it just does. And just, again, hearing the fact that this man is about to retire some years later, it just like, yeah, this day was coming at some point in time. I just didn't think it was going to be this soon. But that's essentially what I wanted to say for this one. So hopefully you did enjoy. If you did, be sure to like, share, subscribe, hit the bell notification on your way out. Also follow me on the socials, and if you'd like to donate to the channel, Kofi and Cash App is available as well. And until then, it's your boy Jay, signing off. Have a blessed day.